Why are you only doing one thing? Why don't you do shit? Because you're fucking scared. The question is why? Like, I'm just trying to get to why. Like, who? Like, who's gonna cast judgment? My friends, every person here that's not 100% happy, including myself, is not doing something because of judgment of somebody else. 100. That's the fucking game. More importantly, how do you start chipping away in a world where you were parented or your environment made you that way? How do you chip away? Here's how. You storytell. That is the responsibility and almost the way I feel I live. I have figured out over the last decade or two, really actually half decade to a decade, I have gift for gab. Same reason I could sell, same reason, I'm a good storyteller. So I'm gonna give you stories. Why do I put out those analogies, those clips saying the same shit? Because there's only 15 truths. I just have to say them a million different ways to catch you at the right time with the right slang on the right platform at the right moment. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you too. That's what leads me to stories like, you know how in high school you were worried about your zit? And fuck, I used to be scared as shit when I had a zit. I was like, fuck, I don't want to go to fucking school. What I learned through life was nobody gave a fuck about my zit. They were worried about their zit. Why do I tell that story? Because right now, people here are in debt or can't do something because they're just staying above ground, but that's because they bought a house that was too expensive, not using rooms in that house, and they don't have the humility to sell that house and go back to rent because they don't want their friend from high school or their grandma to judge them because we manifested that you have to own a home. And if you did, and now you're not just staying above water and you sold that home and moved into a shittier neighborhood or a smaller house or rented, now your actual life can open up. But no, the ideology of owning a home and the inability to take a step backwards to take 3 steps forward is gonna make you unhappy till the end. Come on, Gary. Yes. From the extreme of getting somebody in here this evening to go home and sell their fucking house to getting one of you to not buy a pair of off-whites that you can't afford, in those two extremes are no different than fucking Sally Pants 98 to your mom. This is a game of the edges. This is a game of the edges. Everybody's focused in the middle. 90%, 95%, 99% of the shit you think about and you consume is in the middle, so you don't pay attention to the edges. This is a fucking game of the edges. Once you get your relationship down with the 7 fucking people that matter the most in your life and actually get to the place of saying, I love you, but fuck you. And once you get to that same relationship over here, which is super simple, I'm not sure I even know you, and fuck you. That's the game. Now, don't confuse fuck you. Let me explain what I mean. I roll with empathy and compassion and sympathy. This isn't fuck you for hate. This is I'm not willing to live my life under your judgment of what life is. Because eventually, let me tell you the biggest mistake people make that I've observed through the millions of interactions over the last decade that I consume. There are people right now that are living their life still in their 40s and 50s based on the opinion of their parents. They think they're doing the right thing because they fucking actually love their parents. I get it. I love my parents so uncomfortably much, it scares me. But they live it because they're appeasing lawyer, 2 kids, living in this area, doing this job, don't take risks because we told you not to, we came from a generation that didn't, so you're doing that. Or I was once an entrepreneur and fucked it up, and so we were scared, so now you don't do that. They live for their parents. They think it's good because everything's good because you're doing what your parents want, you feel like it's good, and then life keeps going. And then what starts happening is they start to resent their parents Because now they're popping to their 50th birthday, their 60th birthday, their 65th birthday. They get a health scare and they're like, fuck, I'm not doing what I want to be doing. My friends, until our society, and this country especially, redefines success in being happy, not being rich, everybody will continue to go down the path that we're seeing in our society of depression, anxiety, drugs. I believe it the most. Do I believe that there's people here that are lucky, that are talented and love something, and they build a business that they actually love that process and it makes them a lot of wealth? Yes, I do. I'm one of them. I genuinely love my shit. I love it the most. Thank God it also manifested in financial success. But if you watched my behavior, you would realize it's the chase. When and if the Jets win the Super Bowl before I buy them, when and if the Jets win the Super Bowl before I buy them, you're gonna see a video of like 61-year-old me being, fuck, now I gotta buy the Knicks. What I realized about me, about why do I love garage sailing? Why have I probably rolled up some people in this room's house to buy shit over the last 10 years? Is because I love the hunt. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday after working 90 hours a week because my hobby is to go to fucking Old Wick townwide sale or fucking Metuchen's townwide sale 2 times a year to go through people's trash and buy shit for $1 that's worth $7, not because of the $1 and the $7, but because maybe, just maybe, this is the day that I roll up on somebody's house and find a rare 1947 Cracker Jack Green Lantern ring worth $80,000. And even the $80,000 doesn't mean shit. I get paid more to stand right here than that. I just want the fucking hunt. I want the fucking game. I want to be the greatest entrepreneur of all time. That's why I'm giving back so much to you, because I don't think the greatest entrepreneur of all time is just the guy or gal that makes the most money. I think it's the one that brings the most value back to the system and makes a lot of money. You know, you could be awesome. You gotta make the money, you gotta win both. That's what I want for you. Do you know how fucking happy I was at 27, making $40,000 a year, living in the villas on Springfield Avenue, 20 minutes from here, fucking working 15 hours a day, 7 fucking days a week, building a business that wasn't even mine? Happy as fuck. While my friends were flossing, rolling up to my store in their BMWs that they couldn't afford, clowning behind my back that I was carrying out their case of champagne, I was fucking plotting. I was 32. You guys think I'm successful now? I'm 43, motherfucker. I haven't even fucking started. I'm being serious. I feel the same way right this second that I did 20 years ago in that store. I'm plotting, I'm processing, I'm enjoying my game. And if I overextend myself and the economy crashes harder than I thought and it all goes back to zero, I deserve it. I love this game so much, even if it comes to a situation where I have to pay the price of playing it wrong. When we lose an account, when somebody quits that I don't want to, when investment goes to zero, I get secretly excited. Like, you know those weird fucking movies where like there's that scene where like the person gets punched in the fucking mouth and you think they're gonna die, and then they kind of go this way and then they come back and look at you and like the blood's coming down and the shit, and they're just looking at you, and now they're like, oh, now I'm fucking mad. That's how I live my life. Every time something bad happens, I'm more happy than when something good happens. Do you know how much I hate where I'm at right now, where now I'm overrated, not underrated? If I announce tomorrow that I'm starting a candle company, 90% of people will be like, he knows something. I'm gonna buy some fucking candles too. I'm fucking overrated now, and I fucking hate it. I might move to China and get the fuck out. I like being underrated. I'm underrated. I was an immigrant. I didn't speak English. I fucking lost my whole life. That's why I'm winning now. My friends, this is a fucking game. You want to fucking win in life? Fall in love with losing. Because most people here are scared of it. I love booing. You know who my favorite tennis player is? Novak Djokovic. You know why? And I know he's a great player. You know why? If you happen to watch Wimbledon this year, you know exactly why. That whole fucking stadium was rooting for Roger Federer. The whole place. And when that motherfucker beat him, he ate that grass, and what he was really saying was, fuck you. I'm on some underdog shit while people are running around wearing LeBron and Steph Curry jerseys. Let me say it one more time for the kids in the back. I'm on some underdog shit while everybody else is wearing jerseys of winners to make them feel like a winner. Come on, Gary.